Shirshasana, or a more traditional yoga headstand. So this headstand, you are resting on your forearms and the top of your head. So you're going to make a kind of like a basket with your hands, and your elbows are going to be shoulders width apart, and that's going to cut around the back of your head. Most of the weight should be in your arms and through your shoulders. So coming to this position and feeling a lift through your shoulders, okay, rather than a dump into the head with a little support from the arms. We want a lot more of the support to be in the arms. So I'll show you a few steps that you can do to work your way up to headstand, and I'll show you the full headstand variation. So Shirshasana, you start with your forearms down to check shoulder width apart. An easy way to do that is to just grab for opposite elbows and then come and grab. That's how you'll know your shoulder width apart. Once you've been doing this for a long time, you'll kind of just know what it feels like. And you're going to make that position with your arms, and you're going to bring your head down to the mat, okay? So you're squeezing your hands into your head, you're pushing through your arms. You see that lift in my shoulders that I'm able to get? That's what you're going towards. You're towards the front side of your head, a little closer to your hairline, but don't let your neck extend. You want your neck to be long and stacked. So from here, this might be your limit when you're first starting and you just practice this and getting that lift. Then you can start to lift your hips up. From here, you can hold this for 5 to 10 breaths, getting a lift through the shoulders. Then the next option would be to lift one leg, then the other. Once you feel good with lifting one leg and the other, you can bring both knees in towards your chest and kind of hang out there, eventually coming to the point where you stack those legs up, maybe extending one leg and then extending the other. That would be like some of the slower variations of how to get into this pose. Then you can come back down the same way, bringing your knees in towards your chest, releasing your feet back down to the ground, and coming out of your Shirshasana. I always recommend taking embryo pose or a child's pose after your inversions, just to give yourself a second to equalize. But then the other way you can get into headstand, which is what you should be working up towards, is piking up into Shirshasana. So from here, you'll come get that good position with your arms and your head and your hands, and then you lift up through the legs, all in one motion, up to your headstand, pointing through your toes, active through your legs, and breathing here, 5 to 10 breaths, and then slowly with control, you're going to lower all the way back down, shifting your hips forward to keep that balance, and then you can come back down to your headstand, or to your kneeling position, your child's pose. When you're first starting, I recommend using a wall, grabbing that wall and having it be close so that you can rest your feet on it and have that extra support, but also knowing that if you fall, it's just a simple tuck of the chin and you're going to roll right out of it. So that's how we get into headstand. So begin by getting the arms and the head down on the ground, getting the lift through the shoulders, lifting one foot and then the other, right? Getting that balance, playing with one foot and then the other, and then eventually bring both knees in towards your chest. Maybe starting to extend the legs one at a time, using the wall in the beginning for the support and the balance.